The main characters in our parsha, and the truth is, in the last third of Bereshit, are Yosef and Yehuda. They play major roles throughout the whole end of Sefer Bereshit. Both of them eventually have kings that come from their lineage, and actually both of them have a Mashiach, Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David from Shevet Yehuda. The quality that they both share, I would say, is as follows. They both act as if there is no God, but react that it all came from God. What do I mean by that? They don't sit back and rely upon God. They take responsibility for their actions. They take responsibility and say, if something needs to get done, I'm going to do it. When Yosef got out of jail, he took care of the upcoming famine, had a plan, executed his plan. When he saw the brothers come down, he realized that he can unite the family. He had a plan, he executed his plan. Yehuda as well, he takes actions into his own hands. He goes to Yaakov and he convinces him, you need to send Binyamin down. If we're going to rescue our brother Shimon, who was taken there, we need to bring Binyamin back. Later on, when Binyamin is taken by the vicious viceroy, Tzafnas Paneach, not knowing it's Yosef, once again, it's Yehuda who acts. Yehuda says, take me instead. I cannot bear to watch my father suffer. Both of them, however, always give credit, or if they're punished, they say it's from God. They don't blame people. The brothers could have said, oh, who's this viceroy that put us in jail? But they say, God is punishing us. Who's this viceroy that planted a goblet in our luggage? It's this evil viceroy that's messing with us. They don't do that. They say it's a punishment from God. And Yosef as well. When the brothers come to apologize at the end and said, so sorry that we sold you, that we treated you so poorly, you had to be a slave. Yosef's response was, it's not from you. It was all part of God's plan. No matter what they did, they recognized that it's God that's controlling. The truth is, we have two kings, two famous kings. We can contrast them exactly by how they see God in their lives. Chizkiyahu Melech, miraculously is saved. There is a siege around the city, and miraculously, all of the soldiers die, and he is saved, but he fails to thank a God. Fails to thank a HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to sing Shira to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Gemara says he could have been Mashiach, but he lost out on that. David, on the other hand, there's no overt miracles in his life, and yet we are filled with Tehillim, chapter after chapter, singing praise to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Also at the end of Sefer Shmuel, saying his whole life is miraculous. Seeing God, even though it was David that pursued his enemies and fought them, he gives all the credit to God. When we come to Hanukkah, the holiday that we're in, we have the same exact story. We're going to be saying, we've been saying, Ala Nisim, 3 times a day in Shemona Esrei. Every single time that we bench, we say Ala Nisim. It's all about the war miracles. We could have sit there and said, the Maccabees fought hard, many years, lost many men, but eventually was victorious, got back to Beit HaMikdash, rededicated the Beit HaMikdash, and we should praise the Maccabees. But instead we say Ala Nisim. And we say, although we put in all that effort, we recognize that God is behind everything. And so too, when we look at the state of Israel. The state of Israel formed in 1948. We have immigrants that come from all over the world, not even speaking the same language. And there's so much effort that's put in, politically and militarily, economically, agriculturally. And yet we praise the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We say Hallel. We celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut. We understand how amazing it is what God has brought for the Jewish people after 1900 years of Galut. And I feel the same with the last 2 years. After the tragedy of October 7th, there was an unbelievable unity of the people. There was resilience, and there were amazing, amazing miracles that were fought. And our job is not to sit there and praise. Obviously, we do have to praise. We should praise all the people that came together. We should praise the soldiers. We should praise all of the chesed organizations. But we also have to realize Kadosh Baruch Hu is behind everything. To put it again succinctly, our job is to act, to do everything, take responsibility as if God is not there. But after the fact, we react and we say, it's all from God. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom.